All right, it is now the next morning, and Sean will be here in about 8 minutes. Katie and I are just kind of preparing for another long day of work. I don't know about Katie, but I'm exhausted.
Woo!
She's slinging knives. Nope, scissors. Oh man, yeah, I'm literally just exhausted.
I'm tired of fighting tarps.
Yeah, and the wind.
The wind.
Yeah, so hopefully with another set of hands,
Yeah.
it'll be a little
It's
easier.
not a one-person job when it's windy.
No.
It's like wind sailing with nowhere to go.
Just wraps in circles.
Pretty much.
Fun stuff.
And changing my mind constantly, because that's the way, when you do everything by sight, then it's like, oh, I don't like the way that looks, I'm going to change it. You know, here we are.
Here we are. So Sean has arrived. He has come to save the day because Katie and I are exhausted. So what we're going to do, we're going to tell Sean what needs to happen today, give him a shovel. Katie and I are going to go inside and sleep, and he's going to do the rest of the work.
The whole thing. And they're paying me handsomely for this. With appreciation.
I'm paying you? What?
Surprise! I'm excited because I've remarked somewhere in the past how much I enjoy, there's something very zen-like about shoveling all day and digging. And I think I may have set myself up to get called on events like this by admitting my enjoyment of these types of activities. So I only have myself to blame. But no, seriously, like, I'm happy to help. I actually do really enjoy shoveling stuff.
Good, because we have lots.
If I could get paid a full-time salary to just shovel stuff, I would do that. Absolutely.
Well,
if anyone out there...
There's jobs like that out there. All right, you ready for work?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So the first thing, Sean, that we would love your help on is wrangling this tarp with Katie.
Okay.
Because as you can see, it's not a one-person job.
No.
Especially when the wind picks up.
Sure. I'm
going to have you work with her on that. I'm going to go grab the dogs and just kind of get them used to the fact that you're here.
Sounds good.
And then we'll continue with work.
All right, let's do it.
Well, they're making really, really good work here. Having two hands is good. So Katie decided to redo this area here. So they took a new strip of the fabric and they're working their way down towards the stairs to the deck. So they're on their way.
What do you think? Nate, look at this.
I think it looks good.
Now grab a hammer. Let's go.
Would you like a regular hammer?
Might
be easier, huh?
Potentially.
Yeah, let me go find one.
4.76. Precise. I like it.
The inner nerd comes out.
Yeah, hey.
But yeah, so I was predicting that's going to be about half. But looking at I think it's only going to be enough just to even do this. So
do we have more of the tarp?
Yes, we have one whole roll still that we haven't unrolled.
Which we'll do that after this.
Yeah, okay. I want to fill in this little spot right here.
All right.
And then I think we can start pushing gravel. And let's just see where the gravel is, because we can start putting the gravel into the trench, and I can even go and do another gravel run and get a couple more scoops.
Yeah. Cool.
So while they are working on the tarp, and they're making really fast progress with it, which is great, I'm going to continue on the trench here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water, and I'm just going to start at the beginning of the drain here, turn it on full blast, kind of watch it flow downhill and see where it stops, see if there's a high spot at all, address that high spot, and then do it again. Hopefully I can get some of this on the camera. It's kind of hard to see inside the trench because of the shadows, but we'll give it a try here. Okay, well, as you can see, I've already hit a hump. So it stops right there. I'm 15 feet from the start. So I'm gonna just keep digging. You're finally at the part that you love to do.
Zen, up here. I'm on Mars up here. Do we want to put on some tunes? What do you think?
Fine by me.
Maybe. We could put some tunes on the YouTube right now. That would be a great time to start some tunes.
I have water flowing from the beginning here all the way to the end. It flows along the bottom of the trench. It pools in a few areas, but that's okay. So the next steps will be to bring some gravel, get about 3 inches of gravel, and then we'll lay down the perforated pipe.
We almost knew what we were doing.
What she said. What do you think?
I think this looks awesome.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
It's clear that you'll need a couple more piles. But what is here so far looks very nice. It really transforms this landscape.
Yeah. It's so crazy how it's almost like painting the house. How just changing up something so simple can completely change the look.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the water is running from the beginning down to the end of the trench. There's a few areas where it pools, but I'm okay with that. This project, oh my gosh, I had no idea it was going to take this long to do this. We're literally 5 days into it. Pretty certain it's 5 days, 4 or 5 days of just back-breaking work of moving dirt. What a pain. Like I said multiple times, I chose the wrong tool. Should have used a Mini X, but it's okay. Got it done. Water's flowing. I'm super excited. This project had me so incredibly frustrated. So frustrated. All right, I'm gonna clean up around the area and back up the truck and start putting gravel down, about 3 inches of gravel, and then I can lay the corrugated perforated pipe down. We're going to keep this as an open top French drain. I'm not going to cover it with soil or anything, just have gravel. The whole thing will be filled with gravel and the pipe, and that will allow surface water to run into it, and it'll collect the water that comes up from the ground in heavy rains and bring it down to the end of the trench far away from the house down a hill. So I shouldn't be getting any more water in the basement. What a job. Oh my goodness, what a job. And of course, this is an entire week of not working on the inside of the house to get ready for the drywall, which is in 2 weeks. So I have my work cut out for me in the next 2 weeks to get caught up and get ready for drywall. But anyway, let's back up the truck and let's get some gravel into this trench. So one of the things I've learned over the time of knowing Sean over the last couple of years is that he works really, really hard, and he's cheap. So if you guys ever need cheap, hard-working labor, give this guy a call. I'll put his number down in the description of the video below. You can text him, see what his availability is.
$1,000 an hour, not bad.
I'm sure he'll...
It's cheap, you know, that's reasonable.
All joking aside, Sean, I really appreciate your help.
Of course, man, I love doing this. Friends helping friends,
That's
right?
Friends help
You
friends.
come and kill a pig for me and help take him apart.
Yep.
And I come and spread some gravel. It's only fair. I love doing it, though. I wasn't joking. I really genuinely do like doing this stuff. Look how cool this looks.
Yeah, this looks just awesome.
This has transformed the landscape. It looks really nice. Like there's some evening out that needs to happen.
Yeah, and that'll happen over time as we walk on it and drive through it or whatever. But
and you'll need a couple more piles.
oh yeah.
But man, look at this. Like it brings me great satisfaction to do things like this. It's very to see.
It brings me great satisfaction having you do this also.
to see something that started life as a big pile and ended up as a beautiful piece of landscape in a few hours.
Yeah.
That's rewarding.
It really is.
Good. It's like clearing brush, right?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Like, you see this big impenetrable mess of brush and then you look and it's cleared. Like that's rewarding stuff.
Yeah. And it makes me feel more relaxed. Like when it's a big mess, especially the underbrush, and then it's all cleared, it's like, oh.
I call that
so...
the doing the dishes principle.
Oh, there you go.
If you have a sink full of dirty dishes, it's hard to relax. If you're trying to sit and watch a movie or something, it's hard to relax knowing that there's that big pile of dishes sitting in the sink.
Right.
However, you clear the dishes out, you do the dishes are done, sink is empty. There's a certain amount of relaxation that can be gained from that. Same thing.
Yep, same thing. I like it.
Yes. So this is a spade, so it makes more sense to dump it on the side like this, I think. I don't know, what do you think about that?
That's perfect.
Okay.
I think that's good. Okay, we're about halfway done with the trench for the first layer of gravel. We're making quick work of it, but Katie has finished our lunch. What are we looking at?
That's for Sean.
Oh, that's Sean's. Look at that.
Thank you. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Look at this.
What is it?
It's a veggie rice bowl.
Veggie with eggs.
With eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's asparagus, Brussels sprouts, carrots, onions, garlic, with scrambled eggs, rice, and then I made a sauce with some soy sauce, some rice vinegar, some honey, and some garlic.
And it's enchanting. It's so good.
It smells good.
If I didn't know if the sauce was going to be too strong for you guys, so if you want a little more, there is more in here. I just tried not to overdo it because it's pretty strong sauce.
It's a circus in the mouth. It's really good.
So we're going to be sitting here on the porch, gathering, eating, talking, having fun. Again, I want to say thank you, Katie, for making this a nice, comfortable area for us to use.
We even get, magnolia blossoms.
That's right.
That's part of the dining experience.
We're setting the mood for you, Sean.
That's
We're setting the mood.
Hey, this is a Michelin experience here.
So Katie has been tasked with removing the sleeve that's around the corrugated, perforated tube, pipe, I guess. We originally bought this with the sleeve installed because we thought that was what you needed to do to keep sediment out of the pipe. But it turns out because we are in clay, and when clay gets wet, it becomes muddy. The mud will just cake to the sleeve and make it non-porous, and then the pipe is pointless. So it turns out you don't want to use the sleeve on these pipes. There's a saying in the French drain world that you want to make a burrito around your pipe. You put the fabric on the ground, a layer of gravel, the pipe, another layer of gravel, and wrap that whole thing with cloth like this, sediment cloth. But it just gets clogged up and then it doesn't work. So no burritos for us. We have a base layer of gravel down. It's about 3 inches thick. And so now it is time to take the 4-inch corrugated, perforated tube and run it the length of this trench. Oh, Getting so close. So excited.
Almost there.
We're almost there. Okay, let's do this.
Ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own.
Is that your best friend now, Mr. Winnie Boy, huh? Huh? Everything good now?
Is growing. I think our friendship is gotten off to a pretty good start.
Yeah. Now with this guy here, he's still a little
Levi is still a little skeptical of me.
you. Yeah.
And we weren't sure if it was the orange hat or not.
So is Katie.
So is Katie. But we're working on it, and I think we'll get there with both of them.
But in all seriousness, Sean, thank you so much.
Of course, my friend.
Thank you so much. Like, we've been working on this for 5 days. Starting with the trench and then this area here. And when it's just the two of us, like, we can get it done, but it takes forever, and it's just, sometimes it's demoralizing because there's so much work to be done. But then you have a friend come over and just put their all into it. I mean, you moved 4 tons, almost 5 tons of gravel by yourself, pretty much. I know Katie helped with a little bit too, so I don't want to discredit her.
A little bit.
But I really do appreciate it. And then with the gravel in the trench, what is that thing called? French drain?
French drain.
Man.
French trench.
Let's
call it a French trench.
It's a drink.
That sounds like a weird cocktail or something.
Actually, it might be pretty good. We'll have Katie concoct the cocktail called the French Trench because she's really good at making stuff out of nothing. So
Throwing stuff together.
Which, by the way, lunch was the piece de la resistance.
say that again.
The piece de la resistance.
3 times in quick succession.
See, I don't know if I'm saying it right. The piece de la resistance. Is that the third time? Oh, you meant one after the... I'm not going to do that. That was incredible. Thank you for making that. That was so good.
Well, thank you again for coming out.
Of course, man. It was a blast. We sang songs.
Yep.
We danced.
We did.
Yeah,
I
we
missed that.
danced.
I didn't get that on camera. Unless it was on the time lapse.
We hung
okay.
out. We had some good times. It was a blast. Thanks for having me.
You bet. So we're going to leave the rest, wait for the rain to pass, and then you can come out and help us
That's right.
finish it.
Hey, get me back out here. I'm happy to. Like I said, I love it.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Oh, he's waiting for the fist bump.
Oh,
There it is. Boom. There it is.
I was leaving you hanging.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
All right. So before we say goodbye on this one, I want to make a note. Tomorrow, we're supposed to have a lot of rain, so we're not going to be working on this project. And then, because I've been delayed by a week on the house, I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks just working on the house, trying to get that done before the end of this month. So that way, at the beginning of next month in April, the drywallers can come out and do their job. And then So we may not be able to show you this finished one for a couple more vlogs. I might be wrong on that. Depends on how things play out. So anyway, so there will be more to this. We'll definitely show you the finished product on this. More to come, and then there's still some more stuff that Katie's gonna do after all this rock and the landscape fabric is laid down. So more to come, but for now, this is what we get. We will see you on the next episode or vlog or whatever we call it. I'll see you later.